Imagine waking up in a huge loft with double height ceilings, step out onto the balcony, and before you is the Caribbean Sea. The beach, just a 4-minute walk away. This is not a hotel, it's your own property in the heart of Playa del Carmen. My name is Michael. I'm the sales manager at Maya Ocean Real Estate. Our portfolio includes everything from studios starting at $60,000 up to private villas worth over $2 million. But today, I'm here to show you SIAAN Panoramic Beach Lofts and explain to you why Americans and Canadians are choosing this complex to invest. Like and subscribe so you won't miss out on the next review. I'm standing on the shore of the beautiful Caribbean Sea. In front of me is Mexico, a magnet for Americans and Canadians. Mexico is America's #1 destination for expats. Over 5 million Americans live abroad, and most of them live right here. Why? Proximity. There are direct flights between 2 and 4 hours from most North American cities. Toronto to Cancun, 4 hours. New York to Cancun in 3.5. And the cost of living here is 50 to 60% less than in the States, while the quality of life remains high. In fact, according to the World Happiness Report, Mexico is the second happiest country in all of the Western Hemisphere. The people here really know how to live. But why Playa del Carmen specifically? Mexico is huge. There's Cancun, Cabo, Puerto Vallarta, but Playa del Carmen receives annually over 15 million visitors per year. It's one of Mexico's most visited cities. In fact, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, it's one of Latin America's fastest growing cities, with a growth rate of over 7.5% per year. Cancun Airport, just 45 minutes from here, receives over 30 million passengers a year. It's one of the busiest in the world. But Playa isn't Cancun. There's no hotel zone here with major international hotels, but rather a more intimate setting, the pedestrian Fifth Avenue, and one of the strongest short-term rental markets in all of Latin America. Rental yields here range from 8 to 14% annually, but not every property. Location is everything. And here's my main point. SIAAN is located just 2 blocks from where I'm standing right now. I want you to come with me as I walk to show you just how close to the beach it really is. Let's start the timer now and head over there. So now we leave the beach and we're on the CTM Street. Right down here is SIAAN. And here we are at SIAAN. You'll notice that the street is pretty quiet. There's not a ton of hubbub here. It's close enough to be near all the activity without all the noise and confusion. A perfect spot. Now we're entering the building. This is the first contact where a guest or owner will have with the property. This is where first impressions are formed, even before we enter the apartment itself. Reception isn't a formality, it's a service point, security, access control. But first impressions are just the beginning. Now let's go up to where the owner's private space begins. Now we see what SIAAN is really all about, the apartment. This unit is not a standard apartment. It's a true loft with double height ceilings and floor to ceiling panoramic windows. This huge space feels like a private home, just in the city center. When the space is revealed, it makes sense to look at the details, at what creates the feeling of luxury. Look at the luxury finishes. The fully equipped laundry room, the porcelain flooring, and of course this huge kitchen with high-end imported appliances, all electric, a granite island, and of course the hurricane-resistant impact windows. The apartment is completely ready. You can move in and start enjoying it or renting it out immediately. SIAAN is an ideal combination. Unbeatable location, huge living spaces, ready for immediate delivery, and a clear economic viability. So who is SIAAN the ideal choice for? First, those who want to combine both personal use and rental income. It's easy. You fly down here for the winter, spend 2 or 3 months, enjoy the beach lifestyle, and then the rest of the year you rent it out through Airbnb or a rental management company. Second, for investors who want to diversify their assets. You see, Mexico is a neutral country. Outside of geopolitical risks, investors from around the world are welcome here. Third, for investors who want an asset that will continually grow in value. You see, in addition to rental income, property values in Playa del Carmen grow between 12 and 14% per year. Let's talk prices here at SIAAN. There are 2-bedroom units available for just under $470,000, 3-bedroom units available for just over $480,000, and there is one spectacular 4-bedroom unit spread out over 3 levels with its own private rooftop, private terrace, private pool with full ocean views for just under $890,000. This is the premium segment of Playa del Carmen with a unique price to space ratio in the whole market. This is not a mass market product, but rather an asset for those who understand true luxury and the value of a square foot in the right place. Here we are on the rooftop of SIAAN, the place where the atmosphere of the property truly exists. 2 pools, lounge areas, and a bar. This isn't just an amenity, it's a focal point. You see, guests spend up to 80% of their time here, which means better reviews and higher rental rates. But it isn't just about infrastructure. There are things that can't be conveyed in floor plans alone. Now this is what people pay for. 80% of units in SIAAN have ocean views. Those apartments rent first and command a 30 to 40% premium on daily rates. Now, after the emotion of seeing the Caribbean, let's talk about something more practical. What ensures comfort 365 days of the year? Now here we are with Mon Espinoza, the developer's rep here from SIAAN. Mon, thank you for having us here in SIAAN.
Thanks to you, estimate Michael.
Great. So, these lovely apartments, this beautiful property, what would you say are the main attractions of SIAAN for owners or guests?
Well, I have a lot to say, starting with the total meters that are huge, are comparable with the total meters of a house. A few blocks away from the beach, location it's amazing, and also a few blocks away from the Fifth Avenue. The amenities also are great. You have excellent rooftop views.
Okay. So what would you say the location, just 2 blocks from the beach, how does that help the rental income?
Oof, imagine if you have a walking distance to the beach, that is something that everyone is looking for. And we are just like 5 minutes away from that.
Perfect, perfect. what would you say would be the typical renter here in SIAAN?
Older couples that are fluent.
Okay.
So that is something really amazing because at the end of the day, you are able to share with people with that type of vibe, and also they are like more calm, and that's create a nice community.
Okay, so not a lot of 20-something backpackers here in SIAAN.
Not at all.
Okay. So Mon, in your experience, what would you say would be the average weekly rate or monthly rate in unit here in SIAAN?
Very interesting question, and it's important to mention that here in SIAAN, it depends of the type of unit, because we have units from 2-bedroom to 4-bedroom.
Okay.
And in one unit like this, 2-bedroom, the rate per week, it's around $1,000.
Okay.
And per month, $3,000.
Okay, perfect. That's an interesting point. Would you say being a large unit like 2 bedrooms or more allows for more long-term rentals as well?
Yeah, I think that SIAAN covered that aspect of in daily basis.
Okay.
And it's a really good option to keep in mind to long-term living here in Playa del Carmen.
And that way the owners can have a more steady income they can count on year after year.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, perfect,
Agreed.
perfect. Okay. Well, wrapping up, we'd like to thank Mon Espinoza from SIAAN for receiving us here. Thank you so much for your help and your experience.
It has been a pleasure. Thanks to you, Mike.
SIAAN is one of many residential complexes that we offer our clients. Over 800 different properties. Everything from a $60,000 studio up to a private villa worth well over $2 million. Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, Puerto Morelos, we work throughout the region. Our goal is not to sell you a specific property. Our goal is to find the property that perfectly fits your objectives. Want to invest in short-term rentals? Looking for a winter retreat? Are you planning a permanent move? Or just looking to diversify your assets? We'll find you a property that fits your budget, goals, and preferences. All the links, Maya Ocean contacts, and available properties can be found in the video description below. Subscribe to the channel. Every week we feature new projects here in Mexico and explain how the real estate market works down here.